Well, hello everyone. You've seen me before. My name is Agent Nateson. Recently, I've been let go of the force for problem regarding a cheese pita I left on the oven that caused a fire and everyone had to evacuate the building. I had to leave. And so this past week, Nateson was playing with some of his friends. The real Kenzo, Ragtagg, and Punchkid. They're all just having fun and competitive recording, streaming. So they're doing their thing, and Nateson is somewhat known as being the guy that talks about hackers occasionally. And so apparently Nateson ran into some stream snipers that were duo queuing as also hackers. They decided to turn the cheats on when playing against him. And thankfully Kenzo was also recording that game, so he was able to make a fantastic video about this event as well. Unfortunately, and obviously, they lost to the hacking duo. But there is one good thing that's going to come out of this. The good-for-nothing hacking criminals are going to be in prison for the rest of their lives. Jeff Kaplan himself is personally going to ban him, and I'm looking forward to getting an email saying that that was done. And like I said, I was let go of the force, but before I was fully terminated, they said they did want me to cover this case. So this is my last official case as Agent Nateson, and going forward, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we're going to cover this. But thankfully, I was able to be on the scene quite quickly because of my contact in HQ via the mass drop in New Force in-ear monitors. It was probably hard to tell I was wearing any sort of in-ear monitor or listening device because of how discreet it is. This is something that Massdrop and New Force both together designed and created just so that it was sleek, comfortable, and best of all, high quality. Like I said, this is officially my last case on the Force, and I did negotiate in my termination contract that I would get to keep these post my leaving of the Bureau. I love the way that these fit in your ear because you can shake your head and do anything and they're just not going to fall out like a normal earbud probably will. And on top of all that, the quality of them is pretty much uncomparable to any other earbud anywhere near the price range that these are at. And I want you guys to go in the description and click the link below to take a look at them on Massdrop's website. I use these to listen to music. You can use them for whatever you need. They're going to be even good for video editing, gaming. You can use these. They are super dynamic. Use them for whatever you want. They are a fantastic pair of earbuds. Guys, I would never steer you wrong. Go ahead and check these out.
So I was force stacking with 3 other YouTubers, hence one was streaming. I would get put into a game with 2 smaps in enemy team. As the game progressed, I noticed the Tracer was playing super fishy and they were also stream sniping us during the entire game. I went to check his stats in his account and all his stats were above any pro player right now. At the start of the game, the first thing he said was, quote, "Nateson, I love your videos. That recent one where you exposed a cheater really inspired me." I jokingly replied with, "To start cheating?" and he said, lol.
So as Kenzo just told you, this game was off to a very strange start. The way they were acting, the duo Q Smurfs, the way they were talking in chat and the topics and how they responded was all very off-putting. But then I noticed that they were playing Tracer, and you might have just seen it in the gameplay right there. Their Tracer doesn't miss a single shot. After that, I ended up going Pharah, we had some great picks, and we actually rolled the other team and had a great time on offense. But I went to defense just to learn that the Tracer was a little fishy. I got killed when playing Anna, and something didn't seem right in the kill cam. And of course, after seeing that, I had my concerns about him, but I didn't bring it up to the team yet because I didn't want to be the one that just immediately points a finger at someone because they died. I needed to see more info.
That'll show you.
Really?
No way. No
Dude,
way.
I was like 0 health because I got hit by something walking out.
Holy shit. Pretty sure she's still.
No one can hide from my sight.
Oh, got Widow?
Oh, you got it. Yeah, Tracy's wolf.
Yeah, there's nothing to prove in that last clip. It's just that we put up a really good fight against 2 cheaters. I was proud of our team.
He had an average of 46% accuracy on Tracer, which is higher than any pro player right now. He had an average of 11 crit percentage, which is also higher than any pro player. And then he had a 92% win rate, which isn't that surprising.
What do you reckon? One more?
Yeah, I'm good with one more.
I think go to bed soon.
I don't know why it's so weird with his headshots.
His aim is like...
It's questionable. That's all we're gonna
Yeah.
say. It's pretty questionable. Because I noticed, like, even from a distance, I took nothing but headshots. I'm gonna go ahead and give a report. So I'll let Jeff Kaplan take care of it. Jeff can
And I'll
acquire.
record that just in case. I'll review it later.
A few days after we played this game together, I got a message from Kenzo on Discord saying he was pretty sure that this guy was hacking after reviewing his own footage and that he was going to make a video. So Kenzo ended up making a video, which we've used pieces of that in this video, and there will be a link down in the description below if you want to check out the whole thing. Kenzo also got contacted by the hacker after the game on his Discord, and the hacker said this: "I just saw Nateson's name and decided to have some fun." Now, after all of this, we decided to go another step further to try and get this guy permanently removed from the game. So we contacted Josh Engine on Twitter. He's a community manager for Overwatch. So I DM'd him. I basically just said, hey, we captured some footage of a guy blatantly cheating, and I linked him the video, and I guess we'll wait and see what happens. So now, welcome behind the scenes. This is Premiere Pro. We're going to be looking at one of the clips. The most important thing to take from this video is how to tell when someone is hacking, of course. That's what I like to show. And Kenzo ended up recording the best moment of this. I have a bad habit of skipping my kill cams, so I didn't get all of the best kill cams I could. And Kenzo was recording instead of streaming, so he got the best quality. But the biggest tell was Kenzo dying as Symmetra. So we are watching from the perspective, obviously, of the hacker. The hacker's crosshairs seems to only align with Kenzo when he starts to shoot. Whenever he doesn't have ammo in the gun, it doesn't seem to ever lock on, but once ammo was going and he was ready to left click, it locks on. So here's the tell. The hacker is shooting at Kenzo, perfectly tracking the Symmetra. But the tell is, when Kenzo walks over top of the little computer desk thing, when Kenzo walks over an object, look, frame by frame, the tracking of the tracer here, our hacker, is perfect. Now, how many players do you know do not even move a pixel off of the target? And every single minuscule movement is tracked perfectly, even when Kenzo walks back the other direction, which is a hard thing to track perfectly. AKA, you're not going to track this perfectly. No one does. Look at this. When we're playing this back and forth, do you see any missed shots from any movement? This is crazy. This is hacking. When you see things that are too good to be true like this, it is usually a hacker. And this is the tell. The big tell is walking over an object and the pixel perfect tracking not even changing. So there we go, guys. That is our hacker. So I just want to take the time to say at the end here, thank you everybody for going through this case with me, looking at specifically what went wrong and the different areas with the hackers, what was their tell, and that they were good for nothing criminal cheaters, and that they weren't just somebody with really high mechanical skill. And it's been an honor to make these videos for you and go case by case and look at everybody. But unfortunately, I left the cheese pita on the oven. I'm going to have to get released from the bureau. And going forward, we might have to go rogue. Not like in The Division. But we'll see what happens. But I'm no longer able, like you see I'm wearing the leather jacket instead of the uniform suit look. So I've already had to turn in some of my stuff. But the badge gets turned in later tonight. And I just wanted to say thank you everybody for being with me. The good for nothing criminals are going to go to jail. Thank you, Josh Engine on Twitter. Make sure you guys are talking to them and all of the different opportunities Blizzard gives you so that you can report players that you are cheating. Agent Nateson is not always going to be around to get these good for nothing criminals in jail, and sometimes you're gonna have to do it yourself and you'll have to do some field work for the guy hacking. And it was super easy. Blizzard seems to very much care about getting hackers out of their game, and they like to protect the integrity of their franchise and their brand. And I think that is super important, and they very much do care about the game. So that's a very big kudos to Blizzard, and thank you for making the whole process easy. The good for nothing criminals are going to be in jail, and we're all going to be able to sleep easy tonight. Have an fantastic, that was a made up word, an amazing and fantastic rest of the night, everybody. Take care. My name is Agent Nateson. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.